That's blood. It says you are sus.
You guys, it literally says you are sus and there's a phone number on here.
Arcade Craniacs was one of the most popular YouTube channels in the year 2021, having peaked in the month of May, gaining over 780,000 subscribers in that 31-day period. Having originally been a channel of the duo couple Edward and Nicole, just making videos about themselves playing carnival and arcade games, they managed to grow a sizable following out of that since the creation of their YouTube account in 2017. From that year all the way to 2020, the couple's channel would amass around 400,000 subscribers, receiving most of them from their content surrounding carnival and arcade games. But an unexpected turn of events would occur as the world would get plagued by the COVID-19 pandemic, which resulted in the shutdown of many non-essential businesses, including, you guessed it, carnival and arcade locations.
We're here at Chuck E. Cheese and it's a ghost town. The arcade community is getting hit really hard, and unfortunately we have no videos. You can't even go film arcade videos. So it's a very sad time for the arcade community.
With their main source of content and likely income having been essentially limited to them now, both Edward and Nicole knew that they had to shift their video making ideas to something else. Along with still making some arcade videos, the channel's direction went into trying the typical YouTuber type-esque videos. Now while those did reasonably well, they eventually got into making creepy videos about one of their favorite arcade locations, Chuck E. Cheese, and this introduction of creepy and spooky videos is what made their channel grow to the highest point that it ever had been at that time. With this content now becoming the tone of their channel, Edward and Nicole decided to pivot into the world of 3 a.m. videos. But it wouldn't be like the ones that many people were familiar with, that they should scoff at, like the ones from J Station or this one guy that was calling the imposter at 3 a.m.
Hello? Is this Among Us? Imposter? Is this the imposter from Among Us?
Yes, this is me, imposter.
No, Arcade Craniacs would bring a satirical and self-awareness aspect to their videos.
What are you doing? Edward, why are you watching Dixie D'Amelio? Who the hell watches Dixie D'Amelio music videos?
The sense of irony that came from Arcade Craniacs' content will win the internet over, as many people enjoyed the self-awareness aspect of it, but the content wasn't the only thing that was getting love here either. The duo couple of Edward and Nicole would also get highly praised, as people would see them as relationship goals and that everything was perfect between them. But that couldn't have been further from the truth, as things were about to take a turn near the end of 2021. In the month of October that year, Nicole will make her final appearance on the Arcade Craniacs channel in the video "Do Not Order Pennywise Happy Meal from McDonald's at 3 a.m. He Came After Us." 2 days after that, on the following video, would have Nicole on the thumbnail, but she didn't make an appearance at all. Fans of the channel wouldn't really notice Nicole's absence until she posted this video onto her TikTok about a week later with the text, "Trying to have an appetite while you're going through a breakup." This took many people by surprise at that time, and then just 2 days later, on her personal channel Nikkiland, Nicole would upload this video titled "Me Ranting New York," where she stated that she had broken up with her now ex-boyfriend Edward, and kind of vaguely went over as to why.
I broke up with Edward several weeks ago for very valid reasons. We were together for many years, and I never got the love that I wanted out of it.
Along with this, she also showed us a video of her in distress while also talking about the situation.
I just feel like I don't even exist for myself. Like, I just exist to be a fucking doll for other people's fucking pleasure and entertainment. I don't even feel like a person anymore.
Immediately after the video's upload, Edward went out to TikTok Live to address the situation in a solving manner.
I just messed up, dude. Like, she's like she didn't do nothing wrong. It's all on me, dude. I fucked up. It's like already in the beginning of a relationship, I was just like a jerk and just like didn't give her the love that she deserves. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't deserve her at all. I'm the bad person in this, dude.
A lot of this TikTok live stream was him being regretful for having been selfish in the relationship, but to somewhat make up for it, he would tell the live stream viewers to go support Nicole on her new ventures. Support would flood in the following weeks to both parties' channels, as the Arcade Craniacs fans would be saddened about the news of the breakup, but as the weeks went on, many would start to take sides with Edward and start going at Nicole, commenting stuff on her TikToks like, "Poor Edward," and "Edward cried for you," and these were on posts of hers that didn't have anything to do with the situation at all. Although this one time she did post a TikTok of her with another guy, and the comments would be saying stuff like, "Wait, that's not Edward. And it must have gotten on her nerves too, because near the end of November, she would put out this TikTok right here, acknowledging the comments. And the narrative that was now being ran was that she was just clout chasing. But things changed when on that same day, Nicole put out a set of pretty damning allegations against Edward onto her Instagram stories, with the first post just flat out stating that she was tired of the comments talking bad about her on TikTok, and then writing out, "Firstly, I was groomed by my ex starting at the age of 17 whilst he was 23. Leave me alone, like seriously. There's so much to the story and I don't owe it to anyone to talk about my trauma." Edward then saw this and made an IG story video of himself responding to the allegations.
I cannot believe what the fuck I just read on Nicole's story, making the worst fake fucking accusation about me. Now, I have not even talked about her in fucking months so we could move on with our fucking lives, but she always has to bring my fucking name up so she could be relevant, because she's irrelevant now. I legit have proof on the next story to show you that it's all bullshit. You can't believe everything on the fucking internet. Fuck that shit, dude.
Edward would then show a screenshot of a TikTok comment from Nicole where she had stated that she was 18 when they had met, and will mock her here saying, "Don't you feel really stupid? Exposed your ass." And then will continue responding to the situation.
A lot of you guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes when we broke up. Has she called me saying that she misses me, how much she loves me, how she did the worst decision in her life in breaking up with me? I legit have proof, okay?
This would then get followed by a video of him with her saying, "In her new apartment, when she called me," and would then continue on saying that he's done so much for her, that she wasn't the most appreciative of their fans in person, that she never did anything for the channel in regards to creating content for it, and that she was now disrespecting its name, and ended it off with this clip of when he was in her new apartment and captioned it, "Seems very happy to be around me after we broke up in her new apartment. Seems like she fooled you guys." Nicole will be quick to respond to Edward's videos, first stating that on the comments where she said that she met him at the age of 18, that he forced her to write that, and then showed a screen recording of a video that she took of her and Edward in the same room on the month of April of 2016, which at that time she would have been just 17 years old. Along with this, she showed texts that she had with him dating back to the beginning of that same month, and would then go on to say that she was just tired of people bringing up his name on her posts. She then said that her letting him into her new apartment was due to him just blowing up her phone, and that he was trying to be her friend, and that he still actually owed her money, so she was just being nice to him there to get that payment as well. Then her IG stories ended with this picture right here stating that she just wants to be happy and for everyone to not bring up his name anymore. After that night of the back and forth drama and accusations, things will calm down for a while between the two. Nothing really happened, and then Nicole uploaded this 1.5 hour long video on November 27th to her Nikki Land YouTube channel titled, "I Was Groomed, Hidden in Plain Sight."
I was groomed at age 17 by my ex-boyfriend who was 23 at the time. It took me from age 17 to nearly 23 years old to understand what even happened to me.
In the video, Nicole will tell us her experiences of living with Edward, show the receipts of them talking when she was 17, and how she had moved in with him at that age, all while Edward himself was going into his mid-20s. Many claims would be made in the video, such as her getting into drinking because of Edward, leading into some messed up situations, and would also say that he would never let her go out with other people as he would assume that she was going to cheat on him, but then he would be the one that would cheat on her when he had gone out and did it with an ex-girlfriend of his, an ex-girlfriend who he had also brought up in conversations a lot to Nicole to mess with her head and put her down by comparing the two. With mistreatments like this going on, Nicole would bring up these concerns to Edward, to which he would just respond by saying that he had done so much for her since she had moved in, by giving her stuff like food and toothpaste. In regards to her leeching, she wasn't completely receiving everything from him though, as Nicole did have an income from working at Target, but eventually got let go, and we even managed to see a bit of that moment go down in this now eerie clip.
Everybody has an announcement? I just got fired.
Yeah, Target sucks.
Everyone.
Target sucks, man. She's a really good person, man. Target sucks. All you guys suck, man. For real, man. Target's whack, man.
Now going back to the Nicole video, she would also go to the beginnings of the arcade Craniacs channel and how Edward had made her get into these uncomfortable and exploitative positions for their content and clickbait. And when she had confronted him about it, Edward would just respond with this.
I told him that I wasn't comfortable with this, and each time I would try to tell him, he would say something along the lines of, "You're so lucky you're a girl. If I was a girl, I would sell my body. You're so lucky that you have this option.
Nicole then also brought up that just 1 week before they went viral on TikTok, she had actually tried to break up with Edward for good, and of course that didn't end up happening, as we then saw the virality of their content take place. During this, Nicole stated that when they were blowing up in popularity, Edward had to remove all of her posts that would indicate that they were together when she was 17. There were also times in the video where she had mentioned that physical abuse took place, such as Edward punching her on the arm several times during an incident, where it left her bruised for weeks, and then also made claims of him grabbing her by the throat in those moments. Then finally, fast forwarding to the more recent times, this is where basically the final straw occurred. Edward had this one person DMing him asking about like relationship stuff that he just wasn't interested in and was actually getting annoyed by, so he just sent that person over to Nicole to deal with it. And that person that we are talking about turned out to be this one TikTok personality slash influencer named Anuhei Anihipali, who at the moment has over 400,000 followers on the TikTok platform. So this person, who we're just going to refer to them as Anu from here on out, they got into contact with Nicole and they both hit it off in the DMs as friends. Anu then secretly asked Nicole if she wanted to go to New York together with a group of friends, and at that point, Nicole just said yeah, and also wanted to completely quit the Arcade Craniacs channel where she was at it to get away from Edward and to do her own thing. When Nicole brought up the thought of quitting the channel to Edward though, he responded to her saying that the job was unquittable and that was that. Later on, he then eventually found out about the planned trip to New York and confronted Nicole about it, to which then this bizarre set of events took place during the confrontation.
He kept trying to convince me that Anu is evil, she's brainwashing you. And so I got pissed and I ended up yelling at him. And this is what he did. He went and he like ran to the bed in the living room and threw himself on it and was like and I just ignored it because I was like, I don't know what the hell to do about this. And what do you know? Just a few minutes later, he comes back and acts like it didn't happen.
She ended up moving out to that new apartment anyways and said that he was then being all friendly to her through texting and that she actually succumbed to his generosity, and then this is where we saw her with him in that new apartment. But to that, she then cleared up details on that situation, saying that she was actually drunk in that video and that looking back at it, she realized that all of that nice acting from Edward was to get her into a position of being able to use something against her, like the video that he had filmed. From there, Nicole would also say that the TikTok live of him crying was just to manipulate his audience, and then goes on to say that she now realized that she really hated the guy for a long time for all of the things that he had done to her. In regards as to why she was now finally speaking out about it in a full-fledged video, Nicole has said that it was because she was waiting to get her final paycheck for her last appearance on the Arcade Craniacs channel, and now she could finally let loose in this tell-all video. Now obviously I didn't go into all of the claims that she had made in her expose. This was just some of the more notable things that I gathered that described their relationship from beginning to end. But going back to the topic at hand, as more and more people found out about the allegations through the hour-and-a-half long video, many of the viewers would now be in support of Nicole, and from there, it was just a matter of waiting to see what Edward had to say as a response. Within a week, Edward will post a statement on Instagram that read out, "I take these accusations very seriously. I will be contacting the proper channels and will return with a response very soon. I ask that the fans please be patient at this time as I sort this matter legally." And soon enough, Edward did end up acknowledging the situation in a short 3-minute video that he put up onto his second channel, Craniacs, where he titled it "My Response."
I know that this whole breakup situation was a very, very messy one. When I did see those accusations about me, I should have literally stepped back and deal with this legally. I do plan to address the allegations against me after speaking to my lawyer.
He then said that he will be continuing to post regularly on his social media accounts and then apologize to his fans and viewers for what was going on.
I do want to apologize to my viewers and to my fans that have no idea what's going on right now. And if you are a kid, I especially want to apologize to you.
Note here that he did not apologize to Nicole at all. He then ended off the video by thanking the viewers and people that have been affiliated with the Arcade Craniacs channel. While Edward has now privated this video from his channel, we were able to see that it wasn't met with a positive response from the community, as on the ratings it showed that it had more dislikes than likes. The disavowalment of Edward here would further be seen when at around that time period, he would lose about 20,000 subscribers on his main channel. In between that time of the drama, Edward did take a small break from posting videos, but then he was back to making content like normal on the 3rd of December, a few days after his 3-minute video response.
On tonight's video, I guess we're gonna call Huggy Wuggy and Chuck E. Cheese at the same time at 3 a.m. We haven't filmed a video in quite some time. I've been on vacation.
Nothing much has changed since then in his content, besides obviously not having Nicole in it anymore. He now has this guy with a devil mask named Agent Gabe from Midnight Howl, Keepers of the Grave with him, who also makes these 3 AM videos like Edward.
We got ourselves a haunted payphone. You asked what for? What is it for?
To call Man of the Adventurer and to call weird things every night.
At 3 a.m.
And another guy that Edward has with him on camera is this dude right here named Tony Grande. And as you would assume, he also has his own YouTube channel that also produces that sort of content, similar to Edward's.
Is there something you guys want to talk about and resolve in this FaceTime?
Yes, I do. Where's the kids?
You're not seeing them because you're rented with another imposter.
Going back to the Arcade Craniacs channel, like I said, he did take the hit in subscribers in the month of December, but for the months that followed, it has only really been uphill for the sub count. As said already, his content has stayed the same with him posting the 3 AM videos, but this one time he did upload this one-off Carnival Games video to test out the waters on whether his audience wanted it or not.
He's huge! The old content I'm gonna start putting on my vlog channel. Link is down below in the description. Go to the vlog channel for more arcade content, carnival games, and a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, and for his second channel, Craniacs, he didn't go through with uploading the Carnival Games videos onto that channel, but he did post some videos here and there since the controversy with Nicole had taken place. The first video, hot off of that situation that Edward uploaded, was one where he was giving back to the community, and the rest of his uploads on that channel were pretty much just like vlogs, where he traveled out for a bit. So, to sum up what Edward has been doing, he's just been uploading his regular videos, gaining subscribers, and reputation wise, he has actually been having very positive comments on his videos. Notes that I said on his videos, because if you look pretty much everywhere else, he is not being seen in the most positive light, but we'll get to that in a bit. First, we gotta see how Edward's former Arcade Craniacs counterpart, Nicole, has been doing since the whole incident with her expose. So after that video came out, she of course got a boost in subscribers and viewership to her main channel, Nikkiland. Since then, on that channel, she just posted videos on it where she just like talks about her life with a little bit of vlogging added into it. Oh, and this guy right here that you're seeing on the screen, that's her current boyfriend right now. Nicole wouldn't just be sticking with posting on her main channel though. She did have this other channel called Crime O'Clock where she dives deep into a specific case for a video in true crime fashion. And those two channels, Crime O'Clock and Nikkiland, weren't the only ones that she had worked on. Nicole had also started up this new commentary channel called Wabi Sabi, which sits at around 3 videos uploaded on it right now. And as you would expect, it's just her giving commentary over some of the things that she's seen on the internet. So with these 3 channels under her umbrella, they weren't the only pieces of content that Nicole here would create or take part in. You remember that TikTok influencer that we had mentioned earlier, Anu? Yeah, well, her and Nikki started this new podcast called the Junk Drawer Podcast, which at the moment has over 10 episodes and have also had some guests come by already. Along with all of this, she would also continue to post on TikTok, really only whenever she just felt like it. Now, throughout her content, if you were just watching and listening to it, you would be able to notice that Nicole just keeps referencing Edward whenever she has the chance to do so, with probably the most blatant example of it being this TikTok right here.
Put a finger down if you were in a nearly 6-year abusive relationship and you ended up becoming a viral meme with your abuser and everybody started praising that relationship when secretly you were going through hell, and then you ran away to New York with a friend that you barely met online like 1 month prior, and then you made a video cataloging the years of abuse that you experienced with your ex-boyfriend, and then everybody kind of hated you, but also a lot of people loved you, and then you started a podcast with that same friend that you ran away to New York with, and now you're happier than ever.
Of course, the initial reaction for many people will probably be something like, why is she still mentioning this, or why is she still talking about him? Comments like this one right here will come out to Nicole's defense, saying stuff like, y'all are acting like she's doing this for clout. Edward is still very capable of pulling the same thing on other girls. Oh, and look, that comment was liked by Nicole herself. But yeah, with comments like that, it does make sense, but like I said, throughout her other pieces of content, she would also just bring him up for almost no good reason. Although it wasn't by name, pretty much everybody that knew about the situation knew who she was talking about.
You may know that I was in a very abusive relationship for like nearly 6 years.
My next tattoo, I think I got this when I was 20. I got in a fight with my ex-boyfriend because I wanted it.
I mean, I'm not gonna name drop anybody, but just, you know, she was my ex-boyfriend's friend first before getting to know me.
With my old channel that I did with my ex, like coming out of that toxic workspace
with the other creator on that channel, I went on this spending spree with my abuse money, as I like to call it.
It wouldn't just be in her contents either. Some of her tweets will continue to reference Edward. Now all of this could be some sort of coping mechanism for her, as like I said, it was a large part of her life that was traumatic, but it doesn't help her case when she says that she wants to move on from the situation, and then she's just here bringing him up constantly to the point that I was able to make that small compilation of her doing so. And I think that it just makes it a bit more interesting that on the other hand, Edward hasn't said anything about her since then. He's just been doing his own thing without having referenced her at all. But then again, he's mostly in the wrong there to begin with. But going back to Nicole, since her video in November, she has seemed to be doing good in her new ventures, as the views she gets are pretty decent. Yeah, she did get a lot of subscribers and viewers from her exposed video in November, but as any creators that have been in controversial situations out there know, it's easy to get those views while in that said controversy, but it's hard to keep that audience right after. And in this case, Nicole's former association with the Arcade Craniacs channel ended up being a detriment to her, as she was known mostly for being a part of the channel, but now that she's gone, she has to go make a name for herself again in her own way. Switching over a bit to, I guess, channel performances, when you look at Edward and Nicole's main channels, you can see that they are almost on complete opposites, as Edward's trajectory has been up since then, and Nicole's have sort of slumped. Yeah, sure, you can bring up each of their other channels, but they're not really that noteworthy for the growth that they have had. And actually, just now recently, Nicole uploaded this video onto her Crime O'Clock channel titled "I'm Quitting," and basically states in that she wants to either quit the Crime O'Clock channel completely or just turn it into a commentary one, as she is more interested in doing commentary videos now than the true crime ones. And that's where we're at with her now, and by looking at the comments on that video, it seems like commentary is going to be the direction that that channel goes.
This is so long to the original Crime O'Clock channel, and to a new start.
So with the breakup situation already having been about a half-year old now, there have been many videos that cover the topic at hand in their, I guess you could say, rise and fall videos, talking about Arcade Craniacs / Edward Centeno, and it's interesting to see what the comments have to say on them, as everyone just seems to be in disfavor of Edward, citing their disappointment in him, and now being in support of Nicole. Regarding any lawsuits taking place, no sort of legal action has been taken on any of the two parties, even though Edward has said in his 3-minute video that he was going to be talking to his lawyers. But yeah, from that's pretty much where we're at with these two. With the stuff that Nicole had been saying about Edward, I think it would be interesting to see if any of his current co-workers have a falling out with him in the future, as they can maybe tell us some of their own stories about Edward, if they have any. And hey, who knows? We might get another apology from Edward again, even though he has shown in the past that he's not too fond of them.
Give it to me! Give it to me!
What is going on?
He's making me watch David Dobrik apology videos!
What?
You guys, no one cares about YouTube apology videos.
What?
And he's watching James Charles! All he wanted to do was, hi sisters, I didn't know. Like these, you know, James Charles and David Dobrik, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, come on, dude.
And yeah, that'll be the end of this video right here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in another one.